Hello everyone. In this part, we're going to work on fetching the conversations. So right now we're seeing this dummy data, but now we're gonna work on getting the real data from the database. So let me just add a new event here, get conversations. Then I'm just gonna console log the event like this. And then I'm gonna add a try catch block. So here, if we get any error, then we can just copy this code. This will send an error response to the front end. So here I'm just gonna change this to get conversations, and this will say failed to fetch the conversations like this. Okay, so in the try block, first I'm gonna get the user ID from the socket.data.user ID, and if that doesn't exist, then we're gonna return an error response, and that we can just copy from here. So we already have this condition, so let me just copy this and paste it here. Then I'm gonna change this to user ID, and let's change the event to get conversations like this. So now we're gonna fetch all the conversations where the user is a participant. So let's get the conversations. We're gonna use the conversation model and then the find function. Here we're gonna add a condition participants as the user ID. So this will just fetch all the conversations where this user is a part of. Then we also want to sort it in descending order. So I'm gonna use sort function and then assign updated at -1 value. This will fetch all the conversations in a descending order. Then I'm going to use the populate function to populate the last message data. The path will be last message, and then the select property will select the content, the sender ID, attachment, and the created at property like this. So we can do this because if we go into the conversations, you can see the last message is the object ID, and that is connected to the message schema. So we will be able to fetch all of this data in the populate function like this. Then I'm gonna populate the participants data as well. So for this, we can just copy these lines because I'm gonna include the name, avatar, and the email for all the participants in this conversation. Then I'm gonna use the len function to convert all of these to JS objects. And once we get the conversations, then I'm gonna emit the get conversations event back, and I'm gonna send success as true, and the data will be conversations like this. Okay, so let's save this, and now the function is ready. And what this will do is, first it will check if we have the current user, then it will fetch the conversations, populate the last message and the participants data. Once we have that, then we are sending the data back to front end. So now it's time to work on implementing this. So first I'm gonna go into the socket events, copy this function, and then change this to get conversations like this. So now I'm gonna go into the home screen because that's where we are fetching the conversations. So for now, it's just using the dummy data, this one. So here I'm gonna add the use effect hook and then call the get conversations function, and here I'm gonna pause the callback handler. So this is where we get the response from the backend. So let me just define this function here, process conversations, we'll get the data, and for now I'm just gonna console log the result like this. So we also need to stop listening to this event when this component unmounts. So we're gonna return a callback, and here call this get conversations, pause the callback handler, and off as true. So let's add the type as response props for this result, and this will contain success, data, and message because all of the responses have these properties. Now I'm gonna add the conversation state to store all the data. By default, this will be empty array, and the error that we're getting is because we already declared this dummy data. So let me just comment this like this. So now I'm gonna add a proper type for this state. So let me just import the conversation props from the types file. And if I open this, Here you can see we have the following properties: ID, type, avatar, participants, and then the name of the conversation, last message, and then the last message contains all of this data. This is all the data that we're fetching from the get conversations array. So you can just copy these prop types, or you can find this file into the description below. So this will be an array like this. So we still don't see any data, and that's because we still need to call this function get conversations and post null. This will trigger the emit function and we will get the data, and we already have got the data in the terminal. So here is the result. Data contains the array of all the conversations. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna comment this console log and then check if the result.success is true. Then we're gonna set the conversations as result.data. Let's save this. So there we can see the conversations data. We don't see the name of the conversation, but that we can fix later. If we go into the groups, we can see the group conversations. So the data is fetching. Now we're gonna work on fixing the name, but before that, I'm gonna add a proper type for all of these conversations. Here we are using any, and we should avoid this and add proper types. So here I'm gonna use conversation props like this. Then let's go to the part where we are displaying these conversations. So here I'm gonna add the conversation props. Okay, so let's go into the conversation item, and here I'm gonna add the conversation item props. List item props, this one. So if I open this, you will see we have the item, show divider, is group, and the router property. And the conversation props, you've already seen this, so you can just copy this. So now I'm gonna work on the conversation item, and first I'm gonna work on displaying the correct avatar. So let's create the avatar. And for group conversations, we will have the item.avatar, but for direct conversations, we will have to find this from the other participant. So here I'm gonna make a check if the conversation is direct. That means there are only two participants, and we're gonna display the avatar of the other participant. So here I'm gonna use the find function on the participants, and I look for the participant where the participant ID is not equal to the current user ID, because that will be the other person. So to get the current user ID, we're gonna get the current user from a use auth hook, this one, and let's just change this to current user.id. And if is direct is false, then we don't need the other participant, and in that case I'm gonna assign null like this. So now we have the avatar, and we can use it in the avatar component here. So there we can see the avatars for group conversations, but we won't be able to see the avatar for the direct conversations, and that is because we still need to add a condition where we check if is direct is true and the other participant exists. Then we're gonna display the avatar of the other participant. So here I'm gonna add the condition, and if other participant exists, then the avatar will be other participant dot avatar like this. We need to convert this to let like this. So let's save this, and now we should be able to see the avatar for the group and the direct conversations. There we go. Now I'm gonna work on fixing the name for direct conversations. So the name property on the conversation is for group names only, but if is direct is true, then we're gonna display the name of other participant. So like this, and save this. There we have the name of other participant on the direct conversations. Then we have the last message date and the content, which will display only when we have the last message in the conversation. So now I'm gonna console log the conversation item to show you guys the data that we are getting in each conversation item. Let's save this, and there we have the log. So let me just copy this data and then go to the JSON formatter, paste this data here. Okay, so here we have the conversation data. If I zoom in, you will see We have the array for the participants, the type is direct, and so here at the top we have the ID, avatar, created by, name, and the participants array, and this is the data for the direct conversation. So if I go to the front end here, if I go to the groups tab, now we have a log for the group conversation. This is the one, so let me just copy this one and paste it here. So here you can see the participants can be more than 2%. We have the name, avatar, and the type will be group. So these are the differences between the direct and the group conversations data. But the conversation item will display both of them as it's doing right now. So let me just minimize this and comment this. So now I'm gonna work on updating the conversation list when there is a new conversation. So whenever we select a user or create a group, it should update the conversation list for direct or group conversations. And for that, I'm gonna go into the home screen. And here we're gonna add the listener for new conversation. So here I'm gonna add the function new conversation, and then add a callback handler. So let's call it new conversation handler. Then I'm gonna add this function here. This will receive a response whenever there's a new conversation. And we're also gonna stop listening to this event when this component unmounts. So let me just copy this, change this to new conversation, and this one to new conversation handler, like this. So here first we're gonna make a check if result.success is true, and then we are also gonna make one more condition that if result.data.isNew is true, because this will only be for new conversations, and if there is a new conversation we are sending the data with isNew property. So if there is an existing conversation, isNew will be false, and for new one this will be true, like this. So based on this we can check if we want to update the conversation list or not, and if both of these conditions are true, then we're gonna set conversations. We're gonna spread all the previous data first, and then a result.data, like this. So this will update the list. Now we won't be able to see this here because whenever we create a conversation, this instantly goes to the conversation page. So we're gonna have to install this app on another device to see this. So now I'm gonna open the app in Android, and this is the first time we are testing the Android app. So let's hope everything goes well. It's already showing the logged in user, and that's coming from the old app that I was testing before I made this tutorial. So let me just reload the application. Okay, so here you can see the welcome page. Now here I'm gonna bring both of the devices. Let's get started. Let's go to the login, and here login with Maxwell. Okay, so the login is working. We can see the group conversations. There are no direct conversations. So here I'm gonna create a direct conversation and see if that works. So now if I click on this user, that means it will create a new conversation, and we will get the response in this callback handler, and it will update the conversation list for Maxwell. So if I click on this, there we can see the new conversation is updated for Maxwell's account, and we are in the conversation page on my account. So right now there's only this way: when we create a new conversation or select a user, only then we go to the conversation page, and next I'm gonna fix that. So we need to send the conversation data to this page as well. Okay, so now let me just make this bigger and move this to the VS Code window. So now when we click on any item, we should move to the conversation page with the conversation data. So here we have this function. Let me just copy this and move to the last here. And here I'm going to use the router to push a new page. We already have this page, so path will be main group slash conversation page, this one. And then we're gonna send the conversation data as well. So here I'm gonna add the params ID, then I'm gonna add the name, the avatar, the type of the conversation, and the participants. For participants, I'm gonna make this a string and then parse all the participants later in that conversation page. This will be params like this. So let's save this. Now if we click on this item, we move to the conversation page, and now let's see if we are actually getting the data. So here I'm gonna get the data from a hook that is called use local search params, this one. So here let's just console log the data that we got from the previous component. Let's save this. And here we have the conversation data. We have the avatar, ID, name, participants is obviously a string that we'll work on later. Now let's see if we actually get this data when creating a new conversation. So if I open the list of the users, then click on this user, we are in the conversation and we got the conversation data. Now let's see if we are getting the group conversation data as well. So if I go into the groups tab and then create a group, let's select the users, select the name, and then select the group avatar, and then hit create. So we move to the conversation page and we got the group conversation data in the terminal. So all the navigations are working and we are getting the data in the conversation page. So in the next part, we'll work on the conversation UI.